You had a talk with Mike today about arm strength, quarterbacks with arm strength. Don't you want to talk about that?
I
Phil, don't
do.
go yet.
Dad,
Go ahead.
this is because this is I think it's a good conversation. Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, they've kind of
Oh,
gone
yeah.
back and forth about who can throw it farther, all of that. You know, what constitutes the strongest arm? Like, I think Dad would agree with me. I'm gonna take Mahomes in the long distance throw. I mean, I've seen video of Mahomes throwing the ball 82 yards. I've seen it. I know Josh Allen could probably get it really close to 80. I don't doubt that. But now where I'll say, okay, Mahomes wins the long distance throw, I don't think Mahomes is going to beat him in, if you have to throw a 20-yard out route, mile per hour wise, who could throw it harder? I think Josh Allen will beat Patrick Mahomes in that type of arm strength. Agreed, Dad?
As far as miles per hour throwing the football, I definitely believe and I'm pretty confident that Josh Allen can throw it harder in miles per hour than Patrick Mahomes. I forgot what Josh Allen threw at the combine, but it was staggering how hard he threw the ball when they measured it. So I can see Ahmed's looking it up probably right now at the combine. Who threw it harder? And I think that Josh Allen can throw it farther than Patrick Mahomes too.
Do you really?
Yes, I do. I think when he gets it, hey, look, I've seen him throw it 80 yards too.
I know.
He did it pretty easy. So I think if he gets it loaded up, catches it right, yeah, he's going to throw it over 80. I don't think Patrick Mahomes can throw it over 80 yards right now. No, it'd be close. But if I had to bet on it, I wouldn't bet a lot of money because I'm not that sure. But I would say Josh Allen in those two categories will win both by a narrow margin over Patrick Mahomes.
Wow.
Go ahead, Ahmed. You got the answer.
What I was looking up was we have a new entrant perhaps in Justin Herbert. What did he do? Didn't he do something crazy like from his knees through at 70 yards? I don't know if he's trying to get his name in this
I see all those
conversation.
videos. I don't care, but I don't see Justin Herbert's arm in the same world as I do Mahomes and Josh Allen when it comes to power. It's good.
Mahomes,
it's really good.
Yeah, I mean Mahomes. I think what makes Mahomes and Josh Allen are special because they can still throw the ball hard and far, even when they're in awkward positions. And I think especially Mahomes, that's what makes Mahomes' arm really special. It's not that it just like, oh my gosh, it's a freaking laser beam like a Brett Favre, John Elway, Aaron Rodgers type throw. It's oh wait, he has 2 feet off the ground and he just threw the ball on a 20-yard out route and he still can throw it with pretty good speed and pace and accuracy. That's where he is like mind-boggling. Whoa, he's jumping and he threw a ball 50 yards down the field. That's where I think he's really special. But yeah, I don't know if he can simply just throw a laser beam the same way a Favre, Elway, a Josh Allen quite can.
Well, I'll give this a real quick answer. Mahomes never, probably in a game, only turns it on about 3 or 4 times. He's a very controlled thrower, throws it at very catchable ball. In other words, never tries to overpower unless he has to. Because a lot of times you see he doesn't throw great spirals a lot of times because he's just getting the ball there with arm accuracy. He's using his, he's not trying to rip it. He's just trying to make sure it's right on target. But then all of a sudden you just see one and you go, oh, wow, okay, he knew he had to turn the speed on. He did it. Then he throws a perfect spiral when he does those type of throws. So, but jumping in the air, see, what makes him different, he's probably been doing this his whole life, which we talked about. And again, and Christopher knows, it's going to become the way you got to play. And when these kids growing up, they're imitating all this. It's just, they're coming. And it's just, going to be an onslaught of quarterbacks every year coming to the NFL. And we talked about this, but I just think you're not secure. You've got a 3-year window, maybe 4, to really solidify that you're the guy. And you got to be on the right team and all that. Just look at all the guys, Tannehill, Marcus Mariota, Jameis Winston, high picks that just, have to switch teams, didn't catch it right. Let's move on to the next guy. So there's so many good quarterbacks that your time period to establish yourself is shorter than ever before.
Is there anyone close to those two, though, in the conversation, or who could enter themselves into the conversation as far as arm strength, miles per hour, or distance?
Well, I think Deshaun Watson is one that can probably throw it the distance farther. He never really ever just overpowers the ball, but he just seems to be that guy that if he wants to loft it, he really gets behind it and throws it. I think he throws one of the greatest looking deep balls in the NFL.
Yeah, I agreed there. I mean, he can launch it. I don't know if he can, drive it like we're talking about. I mean, Aaron Rodgers, it's going downhill, but of course, if we were talking about this Aaron Rodgers 5 years ago, I'd go, oh, okay, yeah, I don't know if he could throw it quite as far as Mahomes or Josh Allen, but I think he could throw the 20-yard out route every bit as hard as them or harder. That's where Rodgers to me is special that way. He's got a laser, and I would say he'd probably be in that convo too, but not quite with them at this point of his career.
Yeah. Watch
Rodgers,
Kyler Murray.
Yeah, no, he's got a really good arm, but leverage and height and all those things are going to keep him from throwing it 80 yards and throwing with the same power of the other guys. They just have they're bigger, longer arms, all that stuff, everything that really helps them. Shoot, I forgot what I was going to say.
Rodgers. What were you going to say about Rodgers?
Aaron Rodgers, he's a touch passer. I mean, my God, he likes to fall back and throw it because it gives great touch. And then you only see him do the same thing in Mahomes. You only see him really turn it on about 3 or 4 passes a game. And he's just turned in. And he's a guy that throws it with touch with the most spin on the ball that I've ever seen.
Yeah,
I mean,
you're right.
Yeah, listen, I watched his highlights yesterday. I don't know why I was watching him doing stuff with Green Bay, and I, put on 20 plays of Aaron Rodgers, and I just laughed. I go, hell, he threw half of them from his hip. The other half, he was falling sideways, backwards. He never gets set to really do it, but a couple times he had to, and he did, of course, right on target, in a tight space, right into the chest of receiver. So he's still accurate. He still has it all. I'm not going to get into the Aaron Rodgers. Oh, my God, that's another one conversation. How many years does he have in Green Bay? So, hey. I'll say this last thing.
Matt Stafford deserves an honorable mention, too.
Oh, Matt Stafford, yes, big-time arm. Never will get the credit he deserves for the quarterback he is because they haven't won or gone to the playoffs and done what everybody judged quarterbacks on. But Matt Stafford, arm-wise, one of the most talented guys we've ever seen throw the ball.
Yeah, if you're a quarterback for the Lions, you shouldn't be judged on the same wins and playoff wins. It shouldn't apply. It's just like look at his game. Look at his game. Don't worry about the wins, and that shouldn't apply to a Lions quarterback.
Hey, I've seen him in person many times at Thanksgiving Day games, watch him in practice and all that. And I mean this. I've never seen him throw a ball. It wasn't a perfect spiral. And he can drop it and throw it from every angle. And he's so much more mobile than people give him credit for. But he's just one of those guys. Because of that, you bring his name up on any of the shows, ESPN, anybody, all the morning shows, maybe, well, not you, Christopher, but everybody else. Oh, well, let's don't talk about Matt Stafford. Who's he? Who cares? He can't win. Yeah. And that's the end of his story when they talk about him. It's crazy. I hope he stays healthy. See what happens to that football team. I don't think they're great, but he's good enough to make them better than everybody thinks. And if they can get to 8-8 or 9-7, I think that will save everybody's job in Detroit.
Hey, I'm all about it. 8-8. It's a great year in Detroit. We're loving that.
Yeah, it is.
We're having parades for that. All right, Phil. Well, all right. We'll let you go. Appreciate the insights as always.
Yeah, I think I lost 5 pounds because my shirt is soaking wet from sitting here in this hot ass room. So that's okay.
See you, Dad.
I'm with you, Ahmed. Hey,
I know.
I'm with you. Hey, I'm in. Sorry.
We'll get it. We'll get it back. We'll get it back in September. We'll be chilling in September.
All right, Dad. See you, man.
Have a great day. Okay.
Thanks, Dad.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.